Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt Pennell with Matt Bangs Wood. We are inside my 100-year-old house. This is a place that I bought back last year to make new. Hopefully have a nice little home by the time we're done with it. The world's quite expensive these days, and the younger generation feels like they have to go out and buy the nicest possible 3-2 in a gated community, when in reality, this was the way back in the day. So we're doing it again. This place is about wrapped up. If you guys haven't watched the 50 episodes leading up to this, go back to the beginning and check that out. And yeah, today we're doing some trim, some baseboard, getting this place looking a little bit more uniform. That is the plan. Let's roll out some tools and get to it. Today we're going to be using a handful of tools. We've got the 60-volt brushless miter saw, the 18-gauge brad nailer. This is a straight nailer. That's what we're going to be putting on all this trim with, up and around the door, all the way through the baseboard, and we'll be doing good. Drive careful.
Looks good.
Thanks for helping with the flooring.
Oh.
Yeah. Looks awesome.
Thanks for the tour of memory lane.
Buddy. Let me take. Good to see you. I'll see you soon.
Drive careful.
Love you. Drive careful on you guys' way.
Will do. I feel like we should throw a party. Let's pull off everything that's not going to be used today and just set it on the ground behind us right here. Oh. All these 1x2 we can just stick down here and call it. What was, I have numbers written out. 80 and 5. I'm gonna get this going over here. As long as that one stays good.
So I haven't done a ton of, what do you call this, Craftsman?
It's
where like
just,
the
yeah.
square over.
Yeah.
I've always mitered.
For sure. 45'd up at the tops and stuff.
Yeah. But what I don't want to assume, but what I do is I take the thickness of whatever stock I'm using and then I add my overlap. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like my top, because that's just,
yeah.
And I haven't done a ton of it, so I don't know if it's right or wrong.
No,
but
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like,
But
Craftsman as a whole was always like 2 legs down, and then this is longer at the top. It extends out.
I think I heard Tim say it. If you do it more than something,
If you do it more than twice, make a jig.
make a jig.
Yeah, Tim, you know, probably right. But what is that jig exactly? Could we do a piece of flooring? You know what I mean?
Do your mark already.
Not bad, to be honest with you. I mean,
All right.
you can see where my pencil mark is, but if you hold this flush
Yeah.
and just go there. Was he a finished carpenter or a drywaller?
Vancouver Carpenter?
Did you ever watch Finished Carpentry TV?
Yes, he had the shirt that said Do Wakita or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude is so specific in like that's like a lifestyle.
Oh, 100%.
Or he makes it seem like it.
No, I think it's true. He's a good dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to take this through the table saw.
You got the reveal of what that wall's doing, and then you got to match it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the drywallers here kind of sucked.
Fault.
I think it might be the house. But if we blame the house, the people that framed the walls sucked, and that was me. I can't win, brother. Caulk and paint is going to make me a great carpenter. So scribing material sometimes is a must due to the fact that the material itself isn't sitting properly up against the wall. I did the drywall in this place and it is far from perfect. It's close, but it is still very far from perfect. I have what looks to be a hump somewhere in the middle of this wall, right about here. Don't know why it would be there. But what I'm getting is a gap at the bottom, a gap at the top. So how we're gonna fix this is we're gonna find an even reveal across the back all the way down, top to bottom. And then we're gonna take our pencil. You can see it's pencil width or bigger there. And if I take out this right here, our hump starts going away. So now I can take that all the way down. And once I trim it, this will lay perfect up against this wall. Not ideal, but houses are never perfect. And instead of having a 1/2 inch gap up at the top, we'll sit tight. Nobody's gonna. Today's episode is brought to you guys by House Pro. House Pro is an all-in-one construction management software that I use to run the projects that I've got here, projects back home in California, and it helps me stay a little bit more organized. So if you guys want quick and easy access to estimates, invoicing, contracts, 3D renderings, building out 3D models, and everything when it comes to design, House Pro is likely a great fit for you. They cater to all sizes of companies, whether you're a small company, a large company, doing multifamily, residential, it does not matter. House Pro would be a great resource for you. I plan all my projects on there. I keep track of every one of my receipts on there. So in the case that I forget something, I lose something, I know exactly where to look. This project specifically, I have hundreds and hundreds of photos all the way back from the very beginning of when I started this project. So when all is said and done, I have a project folder that allows me to go back and reminisce on all the good times that we had stripping this house, redoing it from start to finish. If you guys want to learn more about House Pro, find out what they could do for you, go ahead and click the link in the description down below. And thank you to House Pro for sponsoring today's video. So now this piece that I scribed, you can see that it is now tight or tighter up here than it was before. And that goes for all the way down. That is easily caulkable. So the majority of what I took out was in this little hump here in the middle. Now when this gets pushed in, this closes up a little bit, close enough to caulk it. And it's tight down on the bottom. So right now is a great time to show you guys what we did when it came to windows and stuff on this property. The window that we've got in the pantry right now shines all the way through, and that's what is lighting up my hand right here. So the door that we're putting in here is going to have a glass panel in it. That way that light shines through. It is barely 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. 2 o'clock all the way until it gets dark. Window is going to have quite a bit of light coming through, and it just adds a nice little touch here. That was one of my biggest things. I wanted a window there. I wanted this to be glass door, shine through, looks awesome. I'm sorry, dude. I got a hold of a foam can, and I shouldn't have.
It's the shims too.
Oh, is it?
The shims is what's making it hard.
Even better. You know how cool it would be to build a house and have like guest stars come out? I've thought about this so much, and I think I want to try to do it with the A-frame. I don't know how many people I could get to do it, but like Kyle could fly out from Illinois, come frame with us for a day. Jared would fly out from Colorado, come frame with us for a day. Tim, if I get like 32 harnesses to where we're like tied off at every limb, and then he's a little picky with things. And we'd have to wear headphones, like big earmuffs.
I can't hear anything.
And then a full face shield. Then I think he might come out and work with us for a day. Have Scott from Essential Craftsman come down and hang out.
He ain't coming.
I could get him to come down.
Yeah?
For a day? Absolutely. Ah, man, I gotta get better at that.
Okay.
Have you ever looked at the price of actual wood trim and like
Compared it, yes. It's
compared to
more-
MDF?
It's expensive.
Dude, it was thousands and thousands of dollars for stuff in here. So use this as a little gauge, or if you want to pull a number.
Out to your outside 45?
It doesn't matter to me, but I'm just saying to where you can, when you go to put them on, make sure that the other corner is going to work.
Did your mom and dad leave?
Yeah, they took off. That was the shortest trip that they were here for. I was glad though. He was like, hey, we're gonna come up for a day. I'm like, all right, perfect. I'll get my flooring.
It's really all done?
We have like 3 pieces in the back, right?
And then this whole.
Okay, well have fun.
Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Like,
Right here. Go down from my finger. Go 18 3/4 and nail it.
yeah.
Yep, trust me. I am a stud finder.
Damn. So what am I going off that?
Yeah, go off that. I didn't think that was gonna work. I still don't really know how it did work. So granted, this whole thing is really dirty right now. There's a bunch of stuff up here that I need to organize. This needed to go down a little bit. So I took and scribed the back side of it and we ran it through the table saw. That was Steven's idea and it worked great. So now I can put the screws back in it, lock this thing up, and we'll need to make sure that it's pinned to the floor nice and clean. But doing the flooring underneath it all the way through is the greatest thing ever because it's continuous. There's no cuts over here. Looks great. And we'll have to figure out a way to keep this from flopping around on the bottom. Likely a trim piece across the back or something, but A-okay. So then let me get one at, and this is the 1x2. Let's go 30 3/8. Last night, Steven and I, along with my parents, went to the local casino. And at that casino, they've got a small restaurant inside of it. And Steven was feeling like we needed to really smash some protein. So I convinced him to go with a full rack of ribs. And I went with a, what did I get? A ribeye steak. And I asked the waitress, I said, is this ribeye steak gonna be 50% fat and unedible? And she goes, well, everything's got a little bit of fat on it. I was like, all right, that sounds cool, I guess. So I got it. And the steak was awful. And the ribs were awful. And I'm thinking the meat sat for a little too long. We won't be eating there again. You know what's crazy is that 23 gauge nailer is technically a weapon. Why I'm thinking like that, I don't really know. It'll go into that.
I'm sure it'll go
I don't
in
know
there.
it'll sink though. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I made the noise. The head on that is tiny.
It's
So when you pull this trigger, it activates. And when you pull this trigger, it shoots. So like, bada bing. It's gonna work. Probably just walk her in from the front. Oh, I believe that we're gonna get it in there and make it fit. You know what I mean? Like if we get it in there and for some. Trim off just a little bit on both sides. It's gonna work. I hope. Maybe. We were able to get this sink put in place here. We have maybe 1/8 of an inch. I don't even think it's 1/8. Sticking up out of the top of the plywood here. Goal with that is to make it so that when the countertops do go in, they put their adhesive down here on the top of my 3/4 inch plywood here, that they flush out here, drop right into the top. Should work perfectly. But my front is good where it's at. My back is happy where it's at. I don't want to put any more holes through the side of here. Can't believe I did that to begin with, but I don't want to put any more holes through there. It's going to hold perfectly fine. There is no movement in this thing. There's no deflection or anything like it. Super happy with how it came out. Now what I've got to do, I have to come in here at the bottom. I have to take this piece now and rip this all the way across here, and this is going to go back in, and that closes out the bottom.